What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. Alright, y'all. Alright, that's the intro. Y'all know what to do when y'all come in here. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. Um, basically, y'all want to donate to the channel, everything's in the description. Y'all want to follow me on other platforms, everything's in the description in my channel. So we about to make a I do a couple tonight. It probably ain't gonna be here too long, y'all. I gotta get up early and do some other stuff tomorrow in the morning. But I will be back tomorrow for sure. So and they probably here as soon as I got up in this thing. Um we doing nightcap. I think Panda got one for us, so yeah, we got a couple we gonna do before I take it to the house. But yeah, man, let's see what they're talking about with this OBJ thing. Y'all check out the Nightcap show. They're
Oh, you
probably gonna be
can't say
coming
nothing
up.
in the world nowadays. That's why I've been in my own lane, my own world, and put it away. People love to take ish out of context to rationalize a statement in their own head that makes sense to them. What a world. Video came out today of Odell selling game-worn chrome heart cleats for 50K.
Yeah, hey, remember when you were telling me the story, I
Yeah.
said I thought he was giving perspective and context on how difficult it is to be able to manage money. I didn't really think he was talking about himself.
No, but Ocho, if you got Ocho, what's difficult about managing 60 million liquid?
Hold on, well, what's difficult? The percentage of athletes, NBA, NFL, MLB, is damn near 90% now. So I mean, it's difficult. That's why I thought, because the first thing when he said it and gave context and perspective on how difficult it is, I thought he was meaning in general, not specifically talking about himself. That's all. But go ahead.
I get what he's saying.
Yes, sir.
But you're spending, first of all, spending $4 million in yearly expenses.
Yes, sir.
Your home, family home, X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Well, first of all, to spend that, you need to make at least 10 million.
Right.
Because depending on where you are. Now, if you're in a state that takes 50%, now if you're in Las Vegas, you're in Nevada, you're in Texas, you're in Florida. I think Ohio has no state income tax. I think Arizona is like 2%. So if you're in one of those states, so it's going to take about, you're in Las Vegas, you're in Nevada, you're in Texas, you're in Florida.
Yeah.
I think Ohio has no state income tax.
See, I'm Florida. We ain't got no income tax
So if you're
now.
one of those states, so it's going to take about 10 million to do that, to have that kind of lifestyle.
Right.
Now, what happens is, Ocho, is that you still try to maintain that lifestyle, Joe, when you're not bringing in 10 million. And
Right.
you're still spending out that kind of money going out.
Right.
That's why they go out. That's why you see guys go belly up, Ocho, is that you don't change your spending habits.
Right.
It's the same way, if you're an athlete, you eat whatever you want, you work out. Now, all of a sudden, you're not an athlete, and you still eat whatever you want. Now, all of a sudden, DBs look like D linemen. That's what happens with money.
Hey, think about what you just said. Hey, Joe, think about what you just said, right? Think about what just said real quick, right? Is you live in a lifestyle where the money's coming in fast.
Right.
You become accustomed to that lifestyle. That lifestyle actually becomes your image and it becomes an identity.
Yeah.
So once you stop playing the transition to be able to stop and have the discipline to be able to cut it off,
It's a lot harder.
to become a minimalist, in a sense, it's almost impossible.
It's hard.
Because you always want to maintain that lifestyle and that image. Because what's the first thing everybody that you're trying to goddamn impress gonna say? Oh, he ain't got it no more.
That's why you can't try to impress nobody. I'm talking about period and life period. It's, impressing somebody is like taking a globe, pouring water on it, and saying that, oh, this is how the earth works, and hope that the water don't hit the floor. That's almost how much.
Oh, he
Hey, the
broke.
first time, Ocho,
It
you
doesn't
ain't got a
matter.
new car, man, hey, he must
Yeah.
be doing bad.
Yeah, he's
He ain't
doing
good.
bad.
Right.
Man, you used to see him with a new whip every other year.
Hey, Joe, one thing about it, boy, I learned early. I did not want to try to keep up with the Joneses. I did
I ain't
not.
gonna lie. I do be talking a little smack about him as far as like, you know what I'm saying. He catch on a little slow, but as far as money management, that boy he did his thing. Like he saved his money for real, for real. And the craziest thing about it is, bro, this man still got pretty much. I think if I'm not counting manpower, but I think they say I read somewhere they say he still got 80% of what he made in the NFL. You know how many people retire from the NFL and go broke within 5 or 10 years of being out of the league, bro?
Hey Joe, and Joe, I did it when I was making the bulk of my money, Joe. Joe,
Yeah.
I came in the NFL already cheap as hell. I didn't care about people making fun of me. I didn't care about certain types of women not wanting to date me because they know, yeah, he ain't paying nothing. He not, you ain't getting nothing. That's okay. Because I understand dealing with you is nothing but a liability anyway.
Damn.
You are watching a master at work.
That's how a master work, bro. For real.
Right.
I got the table and the legs you got ain't gonna hold it up.
Hello.
And so you understand and you play the game, Joe. It's
Yeah.
all a game. And the better you learn to play the game, the longer you will be able to be without.
Yeah.
It's okay. But
Yeah, you can have that.
so many of us, so many of us are so caught up in looking like we fucking got it. Like everybody want to be rich.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody
want
want
to
to
be
look like they like shit.
Bro, everybody can't be fucking rich, bro. Everybody can't look like they rich. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, shit, I done had people come on my damn live talking about I got fake chains on, bro. The chains are real, but I get them from the pawn shop. They're real, but I paid little to nothing for this jewelry. All this shit, real fucking gold and diamonds and shit, pawn shop shit. But I made sure that I didn't go to David Yerman, Mayors. I didn't go to Audemars Piguet to get my watch. I didn't go to Brightland and all this other. I didn't do that, bro. I didn't need to do that. Basically, y'all got to know y'all worth.
Oh, that's
Right.
not reality. Social media has us fooled.
Mm-hmm.
It has all of us fooled.
They got me fooled.
Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, but he speaking, he cooking on this one. Hey, I like Ocho cooking on this. Try to tell these folk, bro, it ain't about what you look like. It's about what's in here, bro. And he try to look the part, but he wear fake jewelry. He'll tell you in a minute, bro. I got a fake Rolex on. Nigga, like it ain't real.
They ain't got me fooled because I know damn well I do okay, and I ain't living like that.
No.
I ain't got it like that.
And you know what's scary, Joe? Joe, this is the scary part. And this is for men and women. When it comes to the people that try to maintain that lifestyle, and you know they don't make the kind of money to continue that lifestyle, especially if you don't play sports.
Yeah.
If you don't play sports and you and all this flashy shit, that means you're willing to do anything.
To get it.
Anything to
Anything.
maintain that image.
Well,
And that in itself is dangerous, Joe.
Yeah. If you leave the sport and you get you a gig and you making money like Stephen A, you making money like Strahan, you making money like Tony Romo, you making money like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Take off.
Wait, hold on. Now, what you're not gonna do is I don't mean to put the people in our business, but if you're making money like Uncle Ocho, shit, girl, listen, hey, boy, hey,
Uncle I money like that.
huh?
Uncle set everybody up, everybody good, mom good, sister good,
Hey.
everybody good.
Listen. I'm gonna say this one more time.
And fumble the bag.
I see the numbers at the end of each month. Yeah, just add us to that goddamn equation.
Oh, hey, fumble the bag, but shit, one thing I can say, still working hard and he trying to, he's still building his brand. So respect to on that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what my grandma
Check
always,
this out. We fall down, but guess what? We get back up, and that's
So-
on God.
huh? Speaking
We
into
do okay.
Hey, speaking into existence.
Hello.
Huh?
We
Huh,
do
Joe?
okay, Ocho.
Huh?
We do okay.
Yeah, hey, when you say okay, add 3 more Y's to it. Okay.
Ocho, I saw
Ocho's stupid.
I read a quote.
Yes,
The
sir.
guy was basically saying, he says, as you become more famous and you become more well off, relationships become more transactional.
That's deep.
This is Buick.
But that's true though. That's true as hell.
Buick.
I heard
Understand?
Oprah say that one time. Oprah was like, I could think it was a birthday party, and it was her birthday, and people was actually coming to the party, and she said it was a couple people that were asking her for some money, and she was like, "Damn, this my birthday. You come to my birthday asking me for fucking money? Like, god damn."
And that. Understand that. I'm learning that.
Do me a favor. Do me a
Yeah.
favor. Just
Yeah.
in case the chat didn't hit you, because I got one for you. Say it one time. Say it
The
one
more
time
famous-
so make sure
The,
the chat
the,
hears you.
the more famous you become and the more well off you become, the relationships become more
More
transactional.
transactional.
Y'all
Damn.
know what transactional is.
Yes.
I agree. I
Okay,
agree.
Hey, let me dive a little deeper for you real quick, Uncle Joe. Even if you're not wealthy, even if you're not making millions, even if you're making 100,000, or even if you're a thousandaire, you get paid every 2 weeks. The individual that you're dealing with is still dealing with you based on the ability for you to provide and give them stability and a sense of peace. Always.
Yeah.
Always. So it still aligns. That same quote and analogy that Unc used, it still aligns
Yeah,
regardless.
regardless of how much money you got, because I mean, you could lose everything, bro, and people stop fucking with you, bro.
How much you make based on your partner. Ask your partner.
That's why I said if I ever win the lottery, I'm telling you, bro, if I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna still be on here every day like I'm trying to get monetized. Bro, I'm doing all of that, bro. I'm doing all of that. Ain't nobody gonna. If I win the lottery, nobody will ever know. No, I wouldn't tell a soul. I wouldn't tell my mom. I wouldn't tell my child. I'll just take care of them. That's it.
To be truthful. If you lost the
I wouldn't tell
opportunity to
nobody, though.
provide, if she'll still be there. Ask your partner if
And about winning the lottery, some cities or states that you go to, if you win, you gotta take that picture with the check. I don't want no picture of me. Don't take no picture of me. Don't put my name. No, don't tell nobody, bro.
you being able to make things convenient and the opportunity dealing with you didn't present itself in a good manner if she would still be there. And tell her to be honest with you. And a lot of women will say, "Oh, I don't deal with nobody for no money. It ain't about that." Like, come on now, let's stop. Hey, and the funny thing about it is,
Some women be like, oh, they don't like, y'all heard what they said. They don't deal with men for money. Go on that first date and be like, oh, I left my wallet. Just to see. I'm the type, I'll tell her, hey, I left my wallet. Can you pay for it? And when they start cutting up, I'm already have about 10,000 in my pocket or in my bag or whatever I got with me. I'm just gonna pull it off and I'm be like, oh, I found a little pocket chain. Bloop, bloop. That'll be the last time you ever hear from me again.
you're always paying for who you're dealing with. And this is the only thing, Chad, I want you to do me a small favor. Go to my Twitter and read my bio. Now, there's a joke at the beginning, but I tell the truth towards the end. And I'm gonna just leave it. Just go to my Twitter and read my bio, and the truth is sitting right there. No matter what they try to tell you, that's what it all comes down to. No matter what they say.
Yeah. But I just think the thing is, look, $100 million contract, I think everybody understands. $100 million, nobody's getting all $100 million of that. You got to pay federal income tax. I don't give a damn what state you live in. You got to pay federal income tax, and you have something called a jock tax. If you're a professional athlete and you go to certain states, you got to pay for the money that you earn there. If you go to certain states and you work, you have to pay money that you earn in that state.
I never knew that. So ball players, when they play in a certain state, they money tax that they get in that's crazy. I never knew that. I never thought about it like that because you actually working in that state. That makes sense though. Damn.
So I think nobody is under the assumption anymore that when they see 100 million, somebody actually got 100 million. But to get basically, if you, like I said, you live in a tax-free state and you only got to pay 30, let's just say on the high end, you pay 37% federal income tax. That means of $1 million, you get 630,000. So if you bring home, if you got 60 million liquid, theoretically, Ocho, you put that in a fund, you put that in a fund, you're gonna get 5 to 8%. There'll be some years you get 10, 12%.
Yeah.
So even if you just getting 5% on 60 million, that's $3 million a year. Man, if you can't live off $3 million a year, you got issues.
Yeah, we in
I'm
trouble.
saying like Jay-Z or somebody, they got full-time security, they got all these chefs, and they got all these people.
So
Obviously,
I can understand that. He said if put 60 million in the bank, the least you'll get that's accrued every year is like 3 million, and that makes sense.
Or the bank. But I'm saying for the average person,
Yeah.
like myself, Joe, you,
Yeah.
I mean, man, if you can't
Whoa. Listen, I'm not average. I'm extraordinary. Now,
what I'm saying.
I'm cheap as hell. No, I'm just bullshit.
But I'm saying people like us, because the average person's not gonna be in a situation to make that kind of money.
Right,
So
right,
I'm
right,
not talking. You make them unless you got extraordinary expenses. You should be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get you a nice little house payment. Say, somewhere between $500 and $7,500 a month.
Yeah.
Get you a nice car. You and your wife get a nice car. She got one, you got one. Kids, because probably if you make that kind of money, Ocho, it's hard. You're gonna probably be sending your kids to private school. It just is what it is. There are very few people that make $1 million a year and their kids go to public school. I'm just being honest with you. Now I know everybody say I send my kids. It's easy for you to say that when you're not in that situation. But most people that make that kind of money, their kids go to private school.
Yeah.
And what we were trying to do, we didn't say it was, we were just trying to say how people go belly up.
Yeah.
Because when you have kids, multiple kids, and you live in certain states,
That's
and
me.
you pay $5, $10, $15, $20,000 per child, you got 3 kids. If you paying that kind of money for the kids, guess what else you paying for?
Yeah.
Private school. Private schools cost you somewhere between 10 and 30,000 a year. So now compound that.
Yeah.
So you paying 100,000 a year.
Ooh.
100,000.
Yeah.
No, you paying 100,000. Yeah. So if you pay 20, that's 60,000 a month times 18 years.
Hey.
Plus plus let's just say, Ocho, you got 3 kids and they go to private school, and that's another 20,000. So that's another 60,000 a year times 18. Well, they're not gonna stay the same because private schools go up every year.
Yeah.
So it might start out at 20, and by the time they get to be seniors, that's probably 30, 35. So we're just trying to explain to people how it happens. Is that's why they say, hey, get you one. If I could do it over again, I'd have all my kids from one. I'd get married, save myself a lot of money, a lot of attorney fees also.
Hey, see, that's why I'm thankful. Hey, Joe, sometimes I gotta get up. See, that's what I'm gonna do. Just this conversation in general, I'm gonna get on my knees after the show, and I'm gonna thank God. I'm gonna thank God because just ran off them goddamn numbers, right? And that's and you think, Joe, I got 8, Joe. I got 8, Joe, and I ain't listen, Joe. Hey, hold on, listen to me. This let me tell you what I'm grateful though, Joe. Just ran off the numbers, right? Boy, I ain't never seen and never had to do nothing like that, Joe.
No private school. None of your kids went to private school, none of that.
Nah, Joe. My kids needed
It's
character.
a different time now, though, Ocho.
Yeah, my kids needed character.
Different
Joe.
time.
Yeah.
Even now, Ocho, what you was paying, you probably have to double that. Just because the cost of living is higher. You're talking about 15, 18, 20 years ago. So you know what the cost is right now.
Yeah,
so
Joe,
obviously the cost of living has gone up. So is the cost of raising a child is going up.
Hey, Joe, some of them numbers was ripping off too, them type of people, having kids by certain people, it ain't really about the child in the first place.
What did that mean? That's what it is.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to pay for a child $50,000 a month? $100,000 a month?
Yeah.
2 years old? What the hell? What we doing? Boy.
The fact that they grant that to some people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's crazy. Like they said, I forget this guy's name. He used to play for Atlanta too. He's an ex-basketball player. But that's a lot of damn money, bro. That's a lot of freaking money, bro. Just to think about it, bro.
Absolutely, because it's based
For
off
me,
income.
it's mind-boggling. I'm like, man, how?
Somebody gotta pay, and there's actually people out here that's paying that kind of money, bro. Like $20,000-$30,000 a month for $20,000 and $30,000 a month for child support, bro. Like, what 1 or 2 year old child need that kind of like? What judge would even make a judgment like that? Like,
How somebody need 30, 40, 50K a month for a child, bro?
I know a guy that was paying in the early 2000s was paying $14,000 a month.
I know a few cats.
So I mean, you paying over 140,000 a year, my nigga. And that was what he said, early 2000s. That might have been 20 years ago.
More than that,
14,000 a month.
I know a dude paying 17,000 a
17.
month, 22,000 a month. I'm like, man.
But
But
you
you know,
$168,000 a year.
It's where you file it too, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Where they have them kids at. Now there are some states that the max is capped. You can only get X amount. You might only get 3,500. You only get 5,000.
Right.
And then some states they base it on how much the father.
Yeah, how much you make.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying,
And they make you responsible for the private tuition because they say if the child should be afforded a life that if the child was with you, that the child would enjoy without you.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Now I ain't telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you. Now see, y'all been talking about a whole lot. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah.
Bull jive.
Yeah.
I'm with you when you're right.
Hey, well, that's I'm glad. I'm glad, boy. Those I had kids from, boy, they wasn't like that, man. Yeah, Joe. I'm getting on my knees. I just it make me cringe hearing the numbers that unroll on and then also I'm present, Joe. I'm acting, Joe.
And that's my thing, Uncle Ocho. It's like these numbers I'm telling y'all I done heard about cats paying, and man, they almost got custody of their kids and they still paying.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Absolutely. You get the kids during the summer, you get the kids for a month or 2 months, guess what? You still got to send that same money.
Hey.
Crazy work. We gotta look at this one about Lily Singh actually exposed the dark side of woke comedy. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out Lily. Is this? I don't know. We'll see. We'll check it out. Panda pressure. It's going in.
I need you to trust me one last time.
How do you know, Cause
Bruh, something wild happened to comedy these last few years. And the craziest part, Lily Singh was right in the middle of it. Like the final boss of jokes that ain't jokes. I kept wondering, like, when did funny stop meaning funny and start meaning clap if you agree with my TED Talk? When did a punchline turn into a PowerPoint slide? And Lily, she wasn't the only one, but she showed us the blueprint. Exactly how woke comedy went from hype to headache. The rise, the crash, the preachy vibes, all of it. So today,
Yeah, I don't really know this comedian, but we will figure something out about her now. We're gonna figure.
I'm breaking down how Lily Singh accidentally exposed an entire era of comedy that was never funny to begin with, and why the whole thing fell apart right in front of us. Stick around, because the ending, it gets even worse. Lily didn't just show up one day. Nah, she grew out of that golden era of YouTube when people were still figuring out what a vlog was. Back then, she had this goofy, hyper energy. Skits about Indian parents, accents, stereotypes, stuff that actually hit because it felt real. It felt lived in.
Oi, I bought you backpack last month. Mom, you bought me a backpack 3 years ago, okay? It's old. I threw it away. Oh, okay, now 3 years old. How old you bloody are? Should I throw you? Put it back.
And the internet was like, hey yo, finally someone brown on the screen. But slowly, her whole brand shifted from funny girl from Toronto into representing something bigger. Hollywood saw her blowing up and went, oh, perfect. We found our diversity unicorn. They didn't want Lily. They wanted what Lily symbolized. A brown girl, a woman, a queer voice, a marketing checklist wrapped in one person.
She gay, son. She fine as hell to be gay, dog. God damn, she fine.
And Lily, she leaned
She
in.
need to share some of that. She need to share some of that over here. God damn.
To it heavy. Identity jokes became her whole toolbox, her whole bag, her whole personality. Every headline was like, bisexual woman of color breaks another barrier.
Bisexual woman of color? Bisexual woman of color gets late night show. Come on, I'm more than just a bisexual woman of color, okay? I almost legally changed my name to bisexual woman of color.
Not comedian, not writer, not performer, just the labels. That's how she became the poster child, not for comedy, but for the era where representation mattered more than the craft. Bro, there was a shift, a very loud, very obvious shift. Her videos stopped being stories and turned into speeches. Like, she would hop on camera and instead of dropping a punchline, she'd drop a TED Talk. White men need to do better. Brown girls go through this. Men need to understand that. And you just sit there like, cool message, but where's the comedy?
Yeah, people.
It was like she forgot the assignment. Comedy is supposed to hit.
Yeah, comedy's supposed to be funny. Like, for real. I'm talking about you supposed to walk up by that bitch and shit, motherfuckers supposed to be like a laugh track in there. That's what comedy is, bro. Like,
Timing, exaggeration, irony, but her delivery started sounding like those HR training videos companies force you to watch on a Monday morning.
What did the rock say to the flower? Okay, bloomer. Skinny jeans, favorite jeans, mom.
bro, that almost had me in here looking like Shula King just now, bro. Like, hold on, we gotta run that back. Hold on, that was an actual joke, dog.
Those HR training videos companies force you to watch on a Monday morning.
What did the rock say to the flower? Okay, bloomer. Skinny jeans, favorite jeans, mom jeans. Sounds like a dope Genuine song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not funny.
She wasn't making jokes.
That wasn't funny, bro, at all, dog.
Was making points
bad
and hoping
jokes,
we
bro.
clap. That's clapter comedy. That's the moment funny turned into homework, and the audience felt it. The energy dried up, her views dipped, engagement fell. People weren't mad, they were bored. Because nobody logs into YouTube like, let me get lectured by a millionaire telling me why society sucks. This was the turning point, the moment the laughter stopped and the eye rolls began.
You serious?
This is where the whole thing went off the rails. Hollywood swooped in like, we finna fix late night with one brown woman. But late night ain't YouTube, it's a battlefield.
Yeah.
Writers' rooms, timing, pacing, crowd energy. And the legends, Conan, Colbert, Letterman, they all spent years grinding stand-up clubs, bombing on stage, learning rhythm the hard way. Lily didn't do any of that. They fast-tracked her like she was a cheat code. Not because she was the funniest, but because she fit the poster. Hollywood basically said, we need diversity points. Who's trending? Boom. Lily Singh. The box checked, the symbol placed on the throne, the actual craft left in the Uber. She never had the runway comedians need to fail, experiment, adjust. They threw her straight into the lion's den with the weak writer's room, a tiny budget, and the responsibility of changing television forever.
You're wondering why I've been chosen is dying and the internet is thriving.
They weren't set.
What is she talking about, man? I'm just like, every time I hear her tell a joke, I'm like, the fuck?
Her up to shine. They were setting her up to represent. And representation without preparation is just sabotage in disguise. And that's the moment her career stopped being about talent and started being about optics. Man, that late night show, That thing was doomed before she
What you mean cross-faded, buddy?
even sat in the chair. NBC gave her a time slot so late, even the insomniacs were asleep.
Dang.
Many hands coordinate across all
Let's say even the insomniacs was sleeping that bitch.
Ah, the new year. The perfect time for rubber burning pulse.
And then they hit her with the fast food assembly line production schedule. 90 episodes in a little over 3 months. Bruh, that's not a show. That's a sweatshop.
90
Multiple
shows,
episodes a day.
So doing 3 episodes and 2 sketches in one day.
Tiny writer's room. 0 time to refine jokes. 0 time to breathe. And comedy needs breathing room. You can't whip out punchlines like you're cooking noodles in 3 minutes. And the wildest part?
Hey, hit the like button. Where you from, man? West Coast. What part of the West Coast? I love LA though.
They wanted her to change late night while refusing to give her the resources every other late night host had.
It's not fair.
Like, hey, we need you to break barriers. And also, here's a budget smaller than your laptop. So what happens when you take someone who never built the stand-up muscle, throw them into late night, give them no staff, no runway, and a preachy script? You get exactly what we saw. A show that felt like a corporate diversity commercial.
But if they would have threw that to the right person, that right person probably would have thrived, man. South Central LA. You from Atlanta? No, I'm not. I live in Atlanta, but I'm from Florida. But I live in Atlanta though. Yeah, I'm from Florida though.
Stretched into 22 minutes.
I don't know if you know about Young and Ace. I don't know how old you are, but if you know about Young and Ace, Julio Fulio, rest in peace to his soul. He just lost his life last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah.
People didn't just.
Me and Lil Duval was in the same class together. So yeah, I'm from Jacksonville, Duval County.
Stop watching. They actively avoided it because every episode felt like Lily yelling at you with a smile. This wasn't failure by accident. It was failure by design. Now this is the core of everything. This right here is why her whole style collapsed. Woke comedy ain't comedy. It's applause chasing. It's statements dressed up as punchlines. It's doing stand-up with a PowerPoint behind you. Instead of, that's funny, people responded with, yup, she's right. And bruh, that ain't the same. That's clapter. Folks clap because they agree, not because they laughed. Problem is, clapter comedy only works when people care about the message. And after 5 years of everyone screaming about politics 24/7, people were tired, exhausted.
Hey, when I went to LA, I was all over that motherfucker. I was everywhere. Long Beach, Inglewood, Compton, downtown LA. I was everywhere.
Done.
I went out there when the Super Bowl was going on. Y'all had the Super Bowl. Yeah, that shit was.
Lily tried to build a career on that style. White men are bad.
Yeah, they some of the biggest rappers probably over here. Out of Jacksonville, I say. Lil Duval, he's a comedian. I don't know if you've ever seen. I forget what movies Lil Duval done been in, but yeah, he a comedian. But like I said, Young and Ace, go check out Young and Ace. Put in Young and Ace JAX. He remixed that Biggie One More Chance. And Fulio just got some crazy hits, bro. Fulio got crazy hits, but you know. But just like vice versa, people in LA I probably never heard of. Might not never hear of them, but yeah.
Minorities are amazing. I'm breaking barriers. But you can only repeat the same 3 jokes for so long before the crowd goes, all right, bruh, we heard it. And because the jokes weren't funny, she leaned even heavier on identity. The message got louder, the humor got weaker. The audience checked out. Comedy needs surprise, timing, irony, not preachiness, not moral superiority, not another TED Talk wrapped in glitter. Lily didn't show us that woke comedy changed the world. She showed us why it never worked to begin with. And when everything started crumbling, Instead of saying, all right, I missed the mark, Lily doubled down hard. The TED Talk, oh my.
So what y'all like? I don't, I don't know like if y'all like artists or comedians or actors or whatever. However y'all running y'all media game or whatever, you gotta switch up. You can't keep doing the same thing. Like it's you know what I'm saying. Doing the same thing, thinking you're gonna get a different result, is basically insanity. It'll never work.
God, that thing was the Super Bowl of self-importance. She hit the stage like a Marvel hero explaining her origin story. My parents didn't celebrate my birth.
You see, because my mom had been told that if she gave birth to a daughter, it wasn't worth phoning home about. After all, she'd already given birth to my older sister, and this time everyone had high hopes that she would do right and have a son. But she didn't.
Yeah, it's a lot of countries like that, man. They be like, they be like, especially China, bro. Like, if you're a girl child in China, like, I don't know all the politics behind this, but I have heard allegedly that certain things in China, like, they got like, they want more men in their country. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that, but shit, I want all the women I can find. I'm in Atlanta, shit. These niggas out here, they don't even want the goddamn females out here in Atlanta. And hey, I'm loving this shit. Hey, I got there's so many single females in Atlanta.
And so there were no congratulations or Indian speech sent our way.
Crazy.
It's the reality that from the moment I came into this world,
Right, these niggas do not want the females.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's a goddamn joke, nigga.
So now I chase power. Girl, what?
What? That nigga said, girl, what?
Jokes. Why are we listening to your trauma monologue? This was her whole vibe. Blame the world, blame the industry, blame the audience, blame society for not being ready for her brilliance. Never herself. She kept repeating her labels like affirmations. I'm a bisexual woman of color.
bisexual. I tweeted out, female, colored, bisexual.
Cool, but can you write a good joke?
That's a very good question.
Her ego grew while her audience.
Can you write a good? Oh, she bisexual, so okay, shit. Hey, she bring that thing over here. I teach her a couple. Yeah, we're gonna leave that out of there. But yeah, I teach her some jokes, all right.
And shrank. She talked like she was breaking historic ground, while ignoring that late night legends spent decades grinding to earn their stripes. She got to subtract, then blamed everyone when she couldn't carry the weight of the position. And what made it look worse? Every time criticism came, she framed it as bigotry instead of honest feedback. That's how you destroy your connection with the audience. You treat them like haters, not humans. This wasn't confidence, this was delusion. And it turned a career stumble into a full-blown spiral. At some point, the audience just snapped, bruh. People who grew up watching Lily back in the day, the OG fans, they started realizing she wasn't speaking to them anymore. She was speaking at them. Big difference, massive. The comment sections went from, I love her energy, to why is she yelling at us again? Then why does she think she's better than us? Then finally, yo, this ain't funny at all. And when her late night show flopped, YouTubers pounced. Not out of hate, out of confusion. Like, sis, what happened to you? But Lily took it personal, deep personal. She started saying the community betrayed her, as if creators were obligated to protect her from criticism.
Right, you can't be betrayed if you're not fucking fun. Like that's like if I play basketball and I don't score any points, never dunk the ball, never pass, never make any assists. Bro, I can't get mad because people talk shit about me. Like, that shit is evident, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Meanwhile, she wasn't delivering any comedy worth defending. Her audience wanted jokes, relatability, authenticity. She gave them monologues, political rants, ego speeches. The vibe shift was insane. And when she blamed the pushback on racism, sexism, homophobia, that's when people tapped out completely. Because once you weaponize your labels against your own viewers, that trust, gone forever. What we saw wasn't bullying. It was the audience finally saying, Lily, we loved you, but you stopped being funny.
I can't do everything though. And I have my own lived experiences, and so I have my own way of talking, of dressing, of doing things, because that's what I know. And every once in a while, I'll get a South Asian person, a Punjabi person being like, sell out, you do nothing for us, you do nothing for our community. Like, it's actually the hate from our own community that bothers me the most, because I care so deeply about that community.
Right, because that's who you.
And it's a thing a lot of people face.
By the time 2025 hit, Lily was basically in rebuild mode. She dropped an indie movie, 7 years in the making, under her own production company, Unicorn Island. And honestly, good for her for making something. But the rollout, bruh, everywhere she popped up. Interviews, premieres, podcasts, the comments were identical. The same corny lines like, this is a masterpiece, brilliant journalism. This movie changed my life. Except it was copy-paste across multiple platforms. Different videos, same exact comments, same emojis, same.
It's crazy, bro. Like when you do anything, as far as like I do music, I'm an artist, a digital artist. I could draw freehand. I haven't really put my talents into like actual painting, like, you know, oil paintings and things of that nature, but I definitely can draw freehand. When I was younger, I went to a performing arts school. I've been doing this since a kid, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Weird praises. That ain't fans, that's bots, cheap bots. Bots that look like they were programmed by a 14-year-old during lunch break. This is what happens when you want the appearance of support instead of actually earning it. She kept trying to force the hype instead of reconnecting with the people who once loved her. This wasn't a comeback. It was a simulation of a comeback. And the interviews barely cracked a few hundred views. Huge production, studio lighting, fancy chairs. But the numbers were screaming, nobody's checking for this. It exposed the bigger truth. You can't algorithm your way out of a reputation problem. And you can't bot your way back into cultural relevance.
You cannot. You cannot do that.
Here's the real lesson, bruh. It ain't just Lily. This whole era of woke comedy died because it forgot what comedy actually is. People don't watch humor to get lectured. They want to laugh at the world, not get scolded for it. For 5 straight years, Hollywood tried to push comedians who were more activists than performers. Every joke had a message. Every message was a guilt trip. And the audience was like, man, I came here to escape the news, not get more of it. Comedy needs contrast, silence before the punchline, unexpected twists, human truth, characters, timing, pain turned into humor, real experiences, not the same surface level talking points repackaged 1,000 times, not men are trash jokes, not white people don't season food jokes.
You don't have to remember to go out and get anyone flowers. You just have to remember to go out and fight for equal pay for women in the workplace. And I know there are guys out there thinking, oh, International Women's Day? Why don't we have an International Men's Day? Because you do. It's actually on November 19th. But you wouldn't know that because you're too busy celebrating it every other day of the year. Fun fact, November 19th is also International Toilet Day.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Man, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like these can't are these jokes for real?
What?
Not identity bingo.
Free radicals are everywhere. Protect yourself against them with palm.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm a florist based in Brooklyn. Today we're gonna make this sculpture inspired by the Beau's quiet comfort.
I ain't gonna lie like that.
I got.
Lost it. There's only so many times you can hear the same moral sermon before your brain goes, all right, fam, enough. It becomes noise, predictable, corny. Lily's downfall didn't create this shift. It revealed it. She was the case study for an era collapsing under its own weight. The blueprint of what happens when message replaces humor and labels replace talent. And once audiences figured that out, the whole woke comedy wave evaporated. just like that. At the end of the day, this whole story, all the hype, the collapse, the excuses, it comes down to one simple truth. Comedy is a craft, not a certificate. You don't get funnier because you belong to a group. You get funnier because you work your ass off. Bombing on stage, rewriting jokes, learning timing, learning silence, building presence. That's the real hustle. That's the real grind. But Lily skipped all that and walked in like being a bisexual woman of color was the setup, the punchline, and the special. That's not comedy. That's branding. When you rely on identity points instead of actual skill, the audience eventually catches on. They clap at first because they support you, but they stop clapping when you stop delivering. And she stopped delivering years ago. Late night hosts grind for decades. Writers grind for years. Comedians.
Bro, I've been grinding for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this shit. I'm in this shit for life, bro. But it's just like entertainment. I love it, bro. It's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, I love entertainment. Like, you can't keep me away from the cameras. You can't keep me away from my studio. You can't keep me away from my artistic contributions to the game. Like, I'm here forever, dog. Like, bro, I'm like a nerd. No one ever really dies, bro. Like,
Lead for this. YouTube can make you relevant, but it can't make you legendary. Skill makes you legendary. And that's the lesson Lily never wanted to learn. The one Hollywood avoided. The one her PR tried to hide. The one her TED Talk danced around. In comedy, identity ain't enough. You need jokes. You need craft. You need skill.
Skill, baby, skill.
look how long goddamn Eddie Murphy been doing his shit. Eddie Murphy been doing this shit damn near probably maybe 50 years now. At least 40. Eddie Murphy been in the entertainment game for 40 years. This man actually did a song with Michael Jackson. I think he did a song with Prince too, bro. Like, that man right there got a track record.
Can't talk your way around that. You gotta earn it. And the crazy part, Lily used to be funny. Back in the old school YouTube days, before TikTok, before shorts, before everything became content, she actually had charm. Her Indian parent skits were exaggerated but relatable. Her hyper chaotic energy felt real, not manufactured. You could tell she was having fun, not trying to represent 12 demographics at once. And the platform was perfect for her. Cut, jump cut, accent, punchline, goofy face, outro. Boom, it worked. She knew that rhythm. She knew that style. She knew her lane. That's why the switch to late night was so harsh, bruh. You can't take someone who thrives in 4-minute skits and drop them into a 22-minute network format.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like taking a TikToker and handing them a Broadway script. It ain't the same sport. But the biggest difference, on YouTube,
she wasn't trying to. I never thought about it like that. Cause like the stuff that we do, that's why I started having to do live because, bro, I was like the king of the shorts. When it came to shorts, like now my shorts, they getting even better than what they used to be. But bro, like, yeah, I had to start doing lives and going longer and making this shit, because that's what a lot of my people was telling me, like, man, you gotta go longer, bro, like it's too short. So it's like they wanted more. So I was like, okay, cool, boom. But I had to practice at this shit, bro. This shit, it wasn't easy at first, bro, but it worked out for me.
The world,
I'm still
she was
young.
trying to make you laugh. She was playful, not preachy. Self-aware, not self-righteous. People behind, and that's what there is traps in entertainment right now. Hollywood loves grabbing creators and turning them into whatever symbol is trending, and they did that to Lily hard. Instead of letting her be funny, they turned her into a walking billboard for diversity. Every interview was about her race. Every headline was about her sexuality. Every appearance was about her identity.
It says, what's your female type?
Yeah, we love that question.
Not comedian, not writer, not late night host, just labels, labels, labels. Like they were collecting Pokemon cards.
I'm obsessed with the new red chimichurri. It's like fresh and bright, very tangy. 10 out of 10 flavor.
And Lily bought into it. She embraced being the first. the historic one, the breaking boundaries girl. But Hollywood don't care about you. They care about the moment, the tweet, the optics, the PR win. Once they were done celebrating her existence, they left her alone on a sinking ship with no support, because that's what happens. They hype you up as the diversity hero, then vanish when you need actual resources. Writers, professionals, the trap is real. They turn you into not an artist, a symbol, not a performer, a representation of progress, not someone who's ready for the stage. And Lily is the latest example of how that pipeline fails every single time. The label becomes bigger than the person, and the person collapses under it. See, people forget something major about comedy. Stand-up is the gym, late night is the Olympics. And Lily went straight to the Olympics without ever hitting the treadmill.
Yeah.
Every late night legend.
Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I slick want to be a comedian my damn self because I always make people laugh wherever I go, and a lot of times I don't even be trying to be funny. People just find me, you know what I'm saying? Like everything I say is be kind of comedic to them or whatever. But hey, bro, like we gotta grind to get this, bro. Like you know what I mean? This is a grind time type of thing, bro. Like.
Kimmel, Conan, Arsenio, Letterman, they all did years of bombing on stage, eating dirt, getting booed, failing in front of drunk crowds, building timing, building persona, building rhythm. That's how comedians learn to read the room. That's how they learn to be funny even when they're not. Stand-up teaches you survival. Lily didn't do that. She skipped the trenches, went straight from YouTube sketches in my bedroom.
I always tell whoever watching me, my followers, people who in the room with me, never skip steps. Don't never skip no steps, y'all. I'm telling you, when you skip steps, you always gonna have to come back down to you know, level one and start all over again.
You are watching a master at work.
If y'all look at your boy, what's his name? The one that Sean Kingston. We did a video on him and we was looking at Pan the Press on that. So Sean Kingston, he wanted to skip steps, bro. Like he wanted to take loans out and, you know, just getting stuff that don't even really mean nothing about nothing. And now you doing jail time, brother. You and your mom. Your mama got more time than you, bit.
Room two. I'm gonna carry a national network on my back at 1:30 a.m. And bro, late night comedy is a science. You gotta hit monologue pacing. You gotta build setups. You gotta land callbacks. You gotta talk to the audience, not at them. You gotta riff. You gotta improv. You gotta recover from awkward silence without praying to God mid-sentence. Lily had none of that muscle. So when she stepped on that stage, the silence felt loud. The jokes felt stiff. The audience felt uncomfortable. And she hid all of that behind representation instead of treating it like what it was, a job she wasn't trained for. This wasn't hate. It was the natural result of skipping the grind. Now this part right here, bruh, this was tragic comedy. NBC pre-recorded her episodes months in advance. So when the pandemic hit, while the world was freaking out, her show was airing bits about going to parties, making out with strangers, dating life, kissing jokes, outside adventures. It was tone deaf to the max. People were locked inside, wiping groceries with bleach.
Damn, so this I guess it's kind of old with the situation. I didn't even know. So I never knew nothing about this lady, Miss Lily, the Lily Singh lady. I never knew nothing about her.
Lily was like, here's a joke about smooching at a bar. Girl, read the room.
Damn. He don't got a clue in the world.
And because the show relied on timely social commentary, but nothing was actually current, her jokes felt stale, outdated, detached, like she was living in another dimension. Meanwhile, other late night hosts adapted. Some filmed from home, some changed their tone, some adjusted their content. Lily stayed stuck in the pre-COVID timeline like a glitch in the Matrix. It made her show look even weaker. This wasn't her fault personally. NBC set her up with the worst production model ever, but her woke comedy vibe, already shaky, got exposed even more when the world needed authenticity, and she delivered pre-recorded lectures. This was the moment people stopped giving her the benefit of the doubt.
It ain't nah, it ain't gonna work.
Here's something people don't talk about enough. Lily's fan base never followed her to late night because they didn't even recognize her anymore. Her YouTube fans were kids, teens, young adults, people who enjoyed her goofy skits, her accents, her soft chaos, people who loved Superwoman, not network personality Lily Singh. But late night Lily, that was a whole new character. Serious, preachy, corporate approved, identity obsessed, trying way too hard to be historic. Her old fans didn't want that. They didn't want lectures. They didn't want political speeches. They didn't want every joke to be a reminder of someone's oppression. And the new audience NBC wanted, they didn't show up because that audience was never real. They imagined a fan base that didn't exist. They thought if we put a diverse face in this seat, millions will tune in. Nope. Real fans connect with personality, not identity. And Lily abandoned the personality that made her special. She became a brand, a spokesperson, a representation trophy, not a creator. Her career didn't collapse because she changed. It collapsed because she changed into someone nobody related to. Here's the part that kills me, bruh. Hollywood watched Lily's whole downfall. Front row seats, popcorn, viewing, and still ain't learned a damn. It's gonna magically work one day. Find someone diverse, hype them as historic.
It ain't gonna work, bro. Like a gimmick, bro. If you bro, if you got it, you got it, bro. It's like Michael Jordan, bro. If you got it, you got it, bro. Jordan had it. Eddie Murphy, people like Michael Jackson, bro. It exudes out of your prints. It exudes out of your skin, bro. When people look at you, they see it. They can see it on you. It's not what they bruh. It ain't on you, it's what's in you.
Skip the training, skip the grind, skip the experience, and throw them into a job that takes years to master. Then when it flops, America wasn't ready. Nah, the talent wasn't ready. And the machine set them up to fail from day one. You can't force a cultural moment. You can't manufacture authenticity. You can't slap identity labels on a project and expect people to ignore everything else. The writing, the timing, the skill.
The United States Postal Service, delivering since 1775.
Actual entertainment value. Hollywood keeps confusing representation with replacement. You don't replace skill with identity. You add representation to skill. But they pick people who look right, not people who are ready. And Lily became the blueprint for that mistake. The poster child for symbol over substance. They pushed her into the spotlight like she was supposed to save late night, when late night was already half dead and wheezing. Instead of building her career the real way, the live reps, the messy growth, they treated her like a product. And when the product didn't sell, they pretended it was our fault for not liking the flavor.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
This cycle keeps eating creators alive. Hollywood stays playing identity roulette while pretending they're pushing culture forward, when really,
like, the people who was following her when I guess she first started and things of that nature, they basically seeing her content change, and when they seen it, they looking like,
they're setting people up to get dragged across the internet for things they were never trained to do. And Lily, she showed us exactly why that system don't work. Not for her, not for comedy, not for anyone. You know what's wild, bruh? Lily's story ain't really about Lily. It's about what happens when you chase validation instead of craft. When you let labels talk louder than your talent. When you try to save the world before you even master your lane. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend she didn't work hard. She did, but she worked hard in the wrong direction. She chased approval, symbolism, headlines, and forgot the basics. Be funny, be real, be human. The world don't owe you praise because of who you are. People rock with you because of what you bring, what you create, how you show up. And once the vibes turn preachy, once the message gets louder than the skill, the audience checks out every time. It's human nature. But the bigger lesson, Don't let the world rush you into a
Hey,
spot.
man, if y'all know Lily, if anybody in here know Lily, let Lily know. She can come on over here and I teach her some jokes. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got some good jokes for Lily. And me and Lily can fuck around and make some shit happen, bro.
Like you ain't ready for. Don't skip the grind because you want the glory. Growth is slow. Craft takes time. And the things you force never last. If Lily had stayed true to the funny, goofy, chaotic energy that built her career, nobody would have dragged her. But when you build your brand on lectures, labels, and ego, the collapse hits harder than the rise ever did. This ain't about shaming her. It's about warning every creative watching this. Be authentic. Be funny. Be you.
Be
Stop
yourself.
chasing titles. Stop chasing symbolism. Focus on the craft, not the applause.
Yep.
Applause fades, but skill don't. Let me ask you one thing. Do you think Lily's downfall was her fault, Hollywood's fault, or the comedy era she...
I think it was both. I think they threw her the bone. She took the bone without actually knowing what was, you know, all the working parts that would have to go into having a late night show, and then you got a late night show after the majors. Like you coming on after Jimmy Kimmel and all that, bro. Them folk going to sleep after that shit, bro. They might stay awake to watch Jimmy Kimmel, all these other folks. Cause when we were little, bro, when we were little, we used to stay up here just to watch shit. But we definitely was watching Arsenio Hall when we was young as kids. I was in a black household as kids, bro. We watched goddamn Arsenio Hall. And then we probably go to sleep after that, but then sometimes Arsenio Hall would be so hyped. We so jacked off of Arsenio Hall, we still up, laughing, joking, wanna goddamn watch some more shit. Like
It's not the holidays till you've seen Garden Lights Holiday Nights at the Atlanta Botanical Garden. Get tickets now.
Tune in to GPB. It's a Georgia thing.
Hey yo, thanks for tuning into the song.
Let me get this documentary taken down. According to Diddy, Netflix should have never aired the documentary because he alleges he got without authorization to make the film, including private conversations between Diddy and his attorneys where they were talking strategy during his trial.
50, how'd you get it, and what does that scene show? Well, I mean, you know, you're a journalist, Harvey.
Constantly be pushing that, Mark, because you may just be a person that you just may watch CNN. So you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the it could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest dirty business of media and propaganda.
Now, part of the reason why Diddy and his team really want this documentary taken down is because this documentary seems to be swaying the opinion of people. And now, people like Joe Budden are like, yo,